Bonjour, comment ça va? Dobre utra, kaktila. Hola. Holy shit. It's been forever, guys. I know it's like 2 months since the last one. I'm going to get on a roll now. This is going to be one, okay? This one should be fairly quick today. But, last almost like it's been a month and a half, maybe 7 weeks ago, I believe. I was down in North Carolina visiting some of my friends and my daughter. And matter of fact, my daughter and I, we started working on a song down there. And at the end of it, because she laid down some vocal tracks on some of the songs that she already has, I bring a few microphones down and all of that. But excuse me, I have a little something going on here. But so we got done with that, and then the last day I was there, was jamming the acoustic a lot, and she actually pointed out a riff that I was playing, because I'll just ramble on when I just kind of pick up the guitar. It's not anything that's planned that I'm doing, but she pointed it out, and I came back and I immediately put the guitar riff down on. I recorded it. She recorded it with her phone before we left. She gave it to me so I wouldn't forget it, because I'm not going to remember everything. Brought it back, and I went through and put all the instruments to it. Now it's with her. I sent it up on Dropbox, and she has it, and she's going to lay some vocals down and then send them back to me. And then I'm going to drop them in here and do my magic with the reverb and EQ and all that fun stuff. But that's really cool. I'm excited about that. We should have that coming out here hopefully fairly soon, within probably a month or so. But yeah, I went down to go visit a couple of buddies. Shout out to Vinny and Joe. They're brothers. Vinny plays bass. Joe just hangs out and drinks beer with us. And Chris. I don't say last names. Chris plays drums, and it was an amazing evening spent with those guys. And it's crazy how you cannot see people for, it's been like over 20 years since I seen these guys. I think I seen Chris last. It was like about 18 years ago. But the other guys I hadn't seen in over like probably 22, 23 years ago. And it's amazing how you can get together with your buddies and like it seems like nothing has changed, and we just hung out, drank beers, and played music, and it was an amazing time. But anyway, man, let's get to this. First of all, I'll tell you about this guitar. This is a Jackson DK2M. I believe that's what it is. I might have the letters wrong at the end, but I believe that's what it is. I love this thing. This thing, I refer guitars to cars, the way they drive, how fast they play. And this one is definitely a Porsche or a Lamborghini, or it cranks right along, which is really nice. And I haven't used this one. So I want to use pretty much, I'd like to do a video with every one of the guitars that I do have. But this is a half step down. So it is EADGBE, but it's E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, and E flat again. But I'll go ahead and tune it with you really quick, and then I'll show you the riff that we're going to do. All right. So first, top string. Second string. Third string. Fourth string down. I always count down. Fifth string down. And finally, the last string, highest string. All right, so let's take a listen. I'm going to point up again because that's what I do. Apparently the music is up here somewhere. When I cut to the full production of the song. All right, let's take a listen to it. Welcome back. All right, so let me go ahead and play the riff for you, and then we'll take it down. This should be really quick. This I'm hoping this is like under a 15-minute video, even with my rambling. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to play the riff really quick. All right, so what I forgot to mention was that this is a 2-string Tuesday plus. Okay, I have to add the plus in there because there, if you notice at the end of that, I threw a nasty, ugly chord, which when we get there, I'm going to show you what it is. It's super easy. It's actually only, you're fretting one finger on there. But in this one, we're using some octave chords, which I call, so instead of pulling, you can play it. You can do that, but I like the sound. It just has that kind of slick little character to it, right? All right, so starting with the top string. Again, I always count when I say string 1 or 2 or 3, I'm starting from the top. That's my rule. That's all there is to it. So starting on the top string, string number 1 for me, we're gonna start on the 12th fret. 4 hits. Open, 4 hits. 3rd fret, 4 hits. And this is wide open. There's no palm muting in this part right here. So far you have this. Okay, and then open again. So it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then after you do that right there, we're gonna go up to the 6th fret, and you're gonna go 2, and then 2 on the 5th fret. All right, so it's gonna be, I'm gonna do it super slow here. You notice that there? So it's still 4, but it's just 2 and 2. Okay? All right. All right, then we go back. I'm going to have to do that throughout this video because I'm not going to edit 55,000 times. And hopefully, I'm trying this out. This is new. I'm going to just try it with just this camera because the less editing I have to do, the quicker I'll get the thing done and to you guys. All right? All right, so we have the first part. Back again. All right, so the only difference between the first one and that one is when we go here, we go 2 and then 1. Try to give that, on that 1, try to give that a harmonic. All right, so you're going to try to do that. So the first one through, it's 2 on that part, and then the next one through is, and then just the 1, okay? And then we're going to go, so let me go ahead and just play it really quick. So we'll do that first one on the 3rd part again. So we have, all right, then you're gonna go, all right, so you got, let me go ahead and just play that through really quick here. All right, I have to get that in my head right there. So you have, when you have the, all right, so I think that end is right. Hold on. All right, yeah, so you do that little slide. So what I'm doing when I do that slide, guys, so it's, all right, let me explain that. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry about that. But, so we're going to be on the in the A position, and I'm not playing the chord. I'm not doing that. So the way I'm doing it is my index finger on the fifth fret, and I'm going to skip a string, and my pinky. You can use your ring finger, whatever you want, but I'm just comfortable there. Just kind of that's where my pinky sits. And if you don't use your pinky a lot, you should get used to doing that. Don't just neglect it, okay? Build up the strength. But so I use my pinky there. So I'm on the seventh fret. I skip the string. I'm on the third string down. I'm on the seventh fret. And I'm lightly, with my index finger, it's just touching that middle string. So it doesn't, so I can strike down and you don't hear that note coming out. All right, so I'm going to go strike once, a little slide up and slide back, and then open. Right? You do that. So you do the little slide, and then 4 chugs. Now these are chugs, okay? That's still wide open. Everything was wide open up until this point. Until you get to these chugs, only the chugs. This is wide open, right? And then chug. So you have that, and then you're gonna go, hold on. Okay, that's it. I've just figured this riff out really quick for you guys, and it's still fresh in my mind, and I say that every time. So I have to kind of play through it also as I'm teaching you. Otherwise, I would literally sit here for an entire week just doing the riff so I can explain it to you perfectly. So anyways, so you're going to go. So that's a tight chug. You notice that little, I'm going to do it at speed. So you notice that little chug, you go, and you're right back into the riff again. Okay, so let me play through the riff really slow, just that first half. Okay. Then you're going to add 1 chug before you go back there. So it's going to sound like this. Just catch that at the very end. You notice that little, there's the pause, and then there's 1 more chug right before I slide up. So it's right before that, okay? So let's go ahead and go through that. I'm going to do that super slow one more time. Try to play along if you can. All right, and as long as I don't mess up, but and then we'll go on to that second part. Okay, you're going to lead you back into that. So now, once you come to there again, you're going to do this the same thing. Identical. The only thing that's going to change is the very end, right? So we'll go through this really quick. There's that plus. I love ugliness. Now, I would not want to play that chord all by its lonesome because it would be like this. I'm cringing just listening to it. But when you apply that ugliness in there, it tastes delicious, right? Right? So I'm going to go ahead. I'll do this super slow up until that point. Because the riff is the same, but when I get there, I'll show you how to go into it, right? I don't know how many chugs that is. You guys count it, okay? And I'm not going to sit here and try to count it on camera doing that, okay? It's slow enough. Figure it out. Okay, figure it out. You can and you will. Right? So you're going to do that riff after the, I'll do it super slow, get up there again. Okay, so that's how you're going to go in. So like the first riff, when you lead into that, okay, this time you're only going to go, all right, so you're going to just hit that upper part of that chord, just like you did the first time, and you're not going to go to the second. It's just straight up chugs after that. And that chord, that beautiful, delicious, ugly ass chord, is this. It's super simple. So I'm chugging, right? And then I'm putting my finger on the 3rd fret, okay, on the 3rd string up. So the 4th string down. It's an A sharp. So what's cool is you're going to chug, and that's getting an upstroke. And the idea here is to, when you upstroke that, you want to just hit those 3 high strings, which you just sweep your hand up, right? So yeah, right? So you have, all right, I'm going to show you a riff. That's it. That is the lesson. I think I did that in under 4 hours, so we should be good. But I tend to ramble, guys, and I apologize. But I don't apologize, because I want to tell you guys about myself. I want to tell you what I'm doing, and I'd love to hear about what you guys do. I'd love to hear what level you guys are at, and if you're just starting out, if these videos are helping you. Hopefully they are. I came up with this idea a little while back, and quite a while back, and I finally got to do them, and I'm excited. There's other stuff too. I have other things that we're going to do. I'm going to be releasing some songs that I've done with my daughter. There's some tunes that Project Alter Ego actually does, but I've got to get around to all of that. There's a lot involved, and I work for a living. So, as I touch his shirt, I just remembered another John Varvatos shirt from Chris and Eliza in South France. Thank you again. And stop buying me shit constantly. These guys, like, out of nowhere, I'll get a delivery, and I didn't order anything. And open it up, and it's another shirt. Apparently, they are just going to give me an entire new wardrobe here. So anyways, thanks, guys. I appreciate that, Chris and Eliza, man. I appreciate that. But anyways, let me show you a scale to use over the top of this. So there was a choice that I can make. I could throw a harmonic minor over it, but honestly, if I did, that would be out of pure selfishness, because the song wasn't really asking for it, but I could put it in there. And that's a good lesson learned, because you can throw things in there. Yeah, you could write a song and throw a ukulele and a sitar and a violin, but does it belong there? Do you want it there? You can make it fit, but why? But anyways, so back to this. I'm going to show you the pentatonic, which is same pentatonic I've been showing you guys, same shapes, but with the exception that this being an E-flat guitar, you're going to play it here. I've been doing a bunch of tunings that are drop tuning, and I would start it there. So anyways, 2nd string down. You can use the top string also, all right? It's in the key of E. You're going to go on to the 7th fret, all right? 7, 10. So this is starting on the 2nd string down. You can go 7, 10, and the reason why I start there is because I'm in the key of E. So there's my E right there. I could throw the can I throw that B in? Right? Yeah, the B belongs. So I could do I think I can do that. It's right. Anyways, sorry guys. I'm like, I wing it, just so you know, okay? I wing this shit, okay? I don't know all sorts of crazy theory. I know my scales, and I'm giving them to you, and I just go. But you can be super creative on just a handful of shit, okay? You don't need to know all sorts of crazy music theory. Now, does it help? I'm sure it does, okay? But you don't need to know that, man. I know my scales. I know some shapes, and I have buddies that sit there and talk to me. They're like, "Oh, you added a major ninth or whatever." They'll run these numbers, and I'm just look at them and I tell them, I'm like, as soon as you start talking numbers and letters, I know it's in the key of A. I know, I can tell it's some sort of A chord or E chord, and I know that. But the exact terminology for it, I don't know shit. Anyways, let's get to this. You're going to start second string going down. I'll use the top, and I keep saying second string going down, and then I hit the top, so I'm probably messing you guys up. Second string down, 7th fret to the 10th. And then you're going to go the third string down. You're going to go 7th, 9th. Again, the next string down, the 4th string down, 7, 9. All right, and then this one is 8, 10 on the 5th string down. And then the last string is 7, 10. Have this. And you can just finish it off on the high E. Yeah. Let me show you that riff really quick, okay? I'll give you a cool little extra. So this is part of the plus, right? So anyway, going back before I show you that little thing. You can make it chromatic if you want. So whenever, I think I said this in one of the videos, and if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Because whenever there's like 3, say 3, I mean there's 3 frets apart. 2 frets apart, but there's 3 notes there. Right? So not there. I can go on that string and on that string. So I can go. Right? You do that little chromatic thing. You can throw that in there. Don't land on it. Okay? Don't stay on it. But use it as a passing tone. But anyway, let me give you another little plus here. It is, we're going to start. Everything's going to be like a hammer-on pull-off thing, right? So you're going to go start on the 12th, highest string, high E string. And this is all in that scale, okay? That's why I kind of got excited about showing it to you. You're going to go 12, open, 10, open, 7, open, 5, open, 3, open. So you, oh, sorry, I'm going back and forth, but, right? And if you want to take, and that shape, I might as well finish that, right, for you. You have, when you get to there, third fret on the next one. So you third fret on the high string, right? The 6th string. Third fret on the 5th string down. 2nd fret on that 4th string down, yes. 3rd string down, 2nd fret. 2nd string down, 2nd fret. And then back to the 3rd string. Whatever you do when you're in standard tuning. Whenever you're in standard tuning, this is an E and that's an E. Everything you do here, you can do there. So what I like to do with that riff is a right. Anyway, don't forget to hang till the end. Like this thing, subscribe it if you got anything out of it. If not, you can leave. Listen, you guys can leave all the comments you want as long as they're good ones. So Anyway, hang to the end because I always do this thing. I'll do that scale with the band. And some of these riffs are actually going to be part, not all of them, but some of the riffs that I do, some of the Two String Tuesdays will be part of some of the tunes that I'm doing with the Project Alter Ego. So definitely stay tuned for some of that stuff coming. Hopefully over this winter, I'll be able to get a bunch of that done. But anyway, see if I can remember this. Until next time, adios amigos, das vidania, bon journey, later.